Welcome to Security Brief Nigeria. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to our channel. The headline: Night of Fire in Lake Chad. NAV destroy terrorist boats, shattered JAS and ISWAP stronghold. What happened in the riverine corridor of Kokawa, Borno State, was not just another airstrike. It was a strategic message delivered at night over water against terrorists who believed the darkness and the Lake Chad terrain still protected them. That belief has now been shattered. The Nigerian Air Force, operating under the A component of Operation Adin Kai, has carried out a series of precision night strikes that destroy terrorist boats, neutralize fighters, and force a panic retreat across the Lake Chad basin. Why Kokawa and the Tumbons matter? The Kokawa riverine axis stretches through Masaram Island, Malimbe, Tumbun, Berimberi, and the northern Tumbons. It's not ordinary terrain, it is a terrorist logistic highway, a smuggling and movement corridor, a sanctuary where fighters move by water, not road. For years, groups like JAS and ISWA rely on canoes and boats for mobility, dense vegetations for concealment, waterlogged terrain to frustrate groups' troops. That advantage is now being systematically dismantled from the air. Let's look at the weeks of intelligence, one night of impact. These strikes were not rushed. Sources confirmed and Security Brief Nigeria verified that the followed weeks of homings, aerial surveillance, and ISR confirmation, tracking increased terrorist movement and logistics activities along the Malimbe and Masaram Island axis. This is important. It tells us Nigerians that a war is no longer reactive. It is intelligence-driven and anticipatory. On January 18, under the cover of darkness, NAV airstrike struck with precision-guided munition, ensuring accuracy with limiting civilians' harm. The result: terrorist boat destroyed, multiple fighters neutralized, hideout hits, escape route disrupted. Those who survive abandoned their position and fled. Why are NAV destroying boats is a big deal? Yes, it is. In the Lake Chad theater, boats are not transport; they are lifelines. So they move fighters, they move weapons, they move food, they move IED components, and they also move their commanders with the boat. So by destroying these watercraft, the NAV did more than kill fighters. So this is a big frustration. So it paralyzed movement, cut supply chains, and isolate cells scattered across the Tumbons. This is how insurgencies collapse, not in one blow, but through sustained strangulation. Terrorists in disarray, turning on themselves. So post-strike assessment revealed something even more telling. As terrorists fled toward the Abadam axis, they reportedly expressed deep suspicions that their movement had been compromised by informants within their ranks. So this is critical. One paranoid set in. Trust collapses. So once trust collapses, coordination fails. Once coordination fails, the group weakens from within. So psychological impact of this operation may prove just as devastating as the physical destruction. So let's look at the Rockstar Enclave's hit. ISWAP is under pressure. So the pressure did not just stop there. So on January 20th, NAV airstrike conducted another A interdiction mission on newly identified ISWAP enclaves, codename Rockstar, in the northern Tumbons. So IRS ISR, I beg your pardon, confirmed the area was a safe haven for ISWAP commanders, an IED assembling point, okay, a weapon servicing workshop. That's why they call it Rackstar. It's located in the northern Tombones. So despite difficult terrain, waterlogged land, and thick vegetation, a crew detected active structures, terrorist gathering, solar panel, a black flag, clear indicator of occupation and operational intent. So the strike degrade command capability, disrupted logistics, and shattered another layer of terrorist infrastructure. Let's look at the bigger picture, which is the A power is shaping the war. So what we are witnessing is a shift. The Nigerian Air Force is no longer just supporting ground troops. It is shaping the battlefield, denying sanctuary, destroying mobility, forcing constant displacement, keeping terrorists on the run. This is exactly how control of the Lake Chad Basin will be reclaimed, inch by inch, strike by strike. So my final thought is that these airstrikes are victorious. So it's a big victory, but they also come with a warning. Terrorists under pressure often retaliate against civilians. They suspect of cooperation. So that is why sustained air and ground monitoring remain critical, not just to kill terrorists, but to protect communities caught in the middle. Okay. At Security Brief Nigeria, we will continue to go beyond headlines, break down the strategy, the risks, and the realities of Nigeria's security war. If you value clear, fearless security analysts, please do us this massive favor. Please subscribe to our channel to help us grow. Please, and please like this video and turn on the bell notification, because understanding the war is no longer optional. It is essential. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Bye for now.